There. See, it's already recording.
Okay.
Just look at that and don't push anything. Start it up again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very distinguished young man here. He's an author, and he is a magnificent book here, and he wants to present this book to you and see how you appreciate this book and give him some input on it. And I would like to interview him and so as to find out why and when he started this book. Sir, what is your name, please?
To the general public, I am Israel Montague Garvin. To the fiction world, I am Ichigo Muska.
What does that mean?
Ichigo Muska actually means number one son in Japanese.
Okay, what is the reason that you was impressed, decided to write about this guy that you're talking about? What made you feel that you had the desire to give us a better view of what he's all about?
Well, Lance Dragoon is basically my inner persona, per se. And the fact that he pretty much is me on the inside. He is a warrior, but at the same time, he is a man trying to make something of his kingdom. And not only that, but he is also trying to make the world a better place for his children and his descendants, for they are, of course, all warriors. But they are different types and structures of warriors. But they're warriors nonetheless, since they all come from the same bloodline.
Give me some background on this young man.
Well, there's not much to say. He is from a generation who has been fighting a long and arduous war. For the most part, he is trying to basically make something of his own generation. And because of his generation, since he is a third generation hero, and his family blessed by heaven and earth, he is the one to take up the mantle to become the hero of his generation. And only to spread it to the next generation will he hope to succeed. But of course, the thing is, he is still learning, since he is still young. But yet, that youth will bring about experience. Because after all, experience brings more. In the case in point that he is a young king, and he's still learning about the world around him. So therefore, it is always important for this, as a reflection of myself. I'm rather young, but I'm still learning. I still have to be new. I have to be brought in a sort of way that I can handle situations.
Is he an adventurous character, a warrior? Define some final points as to why you created this character. Come on.
Yeah, about that, he is an adventurer. He started off as a hunter, and on that note, he is a warrior. He tends to settle down after he reaches a certain age, after his children have been born and everything. He starts to settle down.
And he's a family man then.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Come on, take us a little bit farther into it now, since we know he's a family man. Is he a warrior or tyrant or what?
No, he is not a tyrant. If anything, I would like to say he is closer to historical figures like China's Liu Bei, who was the leader of the Shu Kingdom in the romance of the Three Kingdoms. So pretty much he kind of resembled Liu Bei, and perhaps a little bit of King Arthur. But more than likely, his virtuous spirit is that of Liu Bei as well. The warrior inside, the warrior is King Arthur.
Now, where did this scene take place that you're talking about? He's a fictional character, but where in the solar system can you find him?
I would say somewhere like an alternate universe, much like our own, but the world is completely different. It's more like, how should I say this? The world is something like Middle Earth of the Lord of the Rings saga, or rather the Hobbit saga. It's more like that. Therefore, most of where he lived, it was dark and it was under, oppressive time. So therefore, in order to counteract what was happening, he had to become an agent, a hunter. And that was just going off. Yes. Thus, with his skills, he became a hunter for hire.
A hunter for hire. And what capacity are you talking about? Is he a space cadet or just what is he?
He's not a space cadet. He is that of a swordsman, a traveling swordsman. So therefore, because of his skill, his far beyond superhuman skill, rather, he is that of the super knight. I like to call it super knight.
What can you define a super knight for us?
If I would to define it, it'd be a warrior beyond that of a normal warrior. That means he could do things that no normal man would do. He could do supernatural things.
Is this guy supernatural in the sense whether he's demonic or is he loyal and godly-like?
He is that of light. He does not serve dark. He is always on the side of goodness and justice. He's never among the line of darkness and vengeful.
He seems to be an extraordinary person that his will is on creating a better and secure life in the future. Am I right?
Yes.
In this too, that You mentioned that in the area, where does he live in the solar system?
Earth, Middle Earth.
In other words, this is a new planet or planet?
It's somewhere between what might be like AD and BC, but it's more AD than BC.
When you say AD and BC, can you
Before
express?
Christ and Anno Domini.
Oh,
It's something close to that.
okay. Then can you give me some on his character and background and family? Can you elaborate on that somewhat?
Well, let's see. His father. Well, I should take it back. Not to his father, but his grandfather. His grandfather was that of a savage. Before that, there wasn't any sort of origin about him. He was just a savage. He had no way of knowing about the world, no kind of knowledge, nothing of that nature. So he was basically raised up by a kindly old man.
This is what I was going to say. Was he beastly?
No,
what?
he wasn't beastly. He just didn't know anything. He was basically an orphan.
Futuristically speaking, how would you say his body? I want some definition as to how he looked in body and his the features, and tell me why his search was so predicated on being the person he is was.
Well, his body is that of human. He is somewhat bronzed, therefore he is that of color. Although he is a woodcutter, his current job was being a woodcutter. He kept to himself a lot, but he lived in the village and he was the local woodcutter. When he learned of his powers, he turned completely feral. Therefore, he had tiger instincts. His moves were that of, a beast, just a natural beast. Therefore, over time, basically had to learn how to control that side of him.
So is he was like a general, common warrior, or soldier of fortune, or how would you picture him?
If I were to say, I believe he was that of a hot-blooded warrior. I mean, he was basically that of what anime characters would be, with a wild streak and just, a mild-mannered with a wild streak when provoked.
Oh, you saying would you describe him as some kind of freak, or some kind of person of such magnitude that we have never heard of before?
In a word, he's like Wolverine. Wolverine before he was toned down. He was a natural wild man. No control, just unbridled power. But he had reason behind what he did. Like he doesn't stand for bullies, but he will indeed say, I'm not going to take this. Nobody's going to take this away from me.
All this is well and good, but I would like some background on you somewhat, to show us what kind of relationship you had that curtail you to dream up or concatenate the situation you have in your mind and develop it.
Okay, really?
What I'm saying is, give me some nature about your schooling and where are you from and.
Oh, well, I've been born and raised here. Although, yes, I was born and raised here.
Here, what are you talking?
Here, as in, Los Angeles, California. Even though I was born in Inglewood, over at Danielson Hospital, on the Avenue Champion.
Good. What schools did you attend?
I attended Lauren Miller.
Where's that located?
I was straight A. I was a straight A student.
Where was it located?
It was located right across Crenshaw Christian Center on the 7900 block.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Can you do you know some of the teachers that was involved in your life?
I know a few. The only two I know for certain was Miss Kern and Miss Penson.
What did they think about you as a young man, as a child?
Oh, they thought of me as the brightest student in the class. I was very on top of the situation. I always did my work, whether it was in class or at home. They never had anything to say about me, negatively.
Well, tell me, how long did you, when did you discover that you had talent to write?
Right around the year my father passed, and I was 13 at the time. I basically it just happened. I just basically just sat there one day and I just brainstormed, and I did a lot of brainstorming, and basically it was just that I just kept brainstorming, and then after that it just suddenly turned into me doing ideas for games, or doing mock playwrights about video games and such, and then I made stories upon stories upon stories later on. Around 19, that's when I really started to have an interest in what I'm doing.
All right, who would you attribute to your constant reminder telling you that you should follow this pursuit of writing?
Oh, that's a good question.
If it's many, tell us
Yes.
some of the people that was involved.
I can tell you right now that most of my friends who are online, like, I can't mention names, but I can mention a few. I know one person in particular. She's not here with us anymore. Her name was Kim, and she looked at my work. She read my work, and she basically said, "Why don't you actually write a book?" At first, I was skeptical, but after that, I just thought about it. I might write a book. Then eventually, I just found myself just lost in that book. And probably the best thing that ever happened to me, being lost in my work.
I see that you have a young gentleman next to you. What relationship do you have with him for as your book is concerned?
He's my older brother.
Okay. And what did he have play?
Basically, he was the man behind the design work for these little postcards. We got together through phone and email, and we basically in a word, corresponded with each other. He told me what he wanted. I gave him what he wanted. I gave him one sketch. He did the rest.
Well, that's good. Can I ask him to stretch this out a little bit and find out how he feels about it? Sir, I'd like to know what your name is and how you came involved with Mr. Israel Barkley.
No, it's a pleasure. First of all, my name is LeVay Ross, and I've known Israel all his life. That's my little brother, so he's my little brother. So I've known him all his life, but he's always been an artistic, creative talent. It goes through our bloodline, really. We all do. It seems like everybody in our family does some type of artwork. Yes, and by him being a profound writer, and once he shared the book with me, it blew me away because all I could think of is this needs to be incorporated into a film production. So we're taking it one step at a time, and that I believe that with Israel's approval, that will be one of the key things to produce this into a full-length epic.
Yes, I totally agree with you, and he's a young man and seems to me of good character and background. How far have you been in college, sir, Mr. Israel?
4 years. 3.5 years.
What college did you attend?
At the time, this was around, I think, 23. I was going through the King colleges, really. I was going through Dominguez Hills and El Camino, and I kept jumping between two.
Where is that located, sir?
Well, I can tell you where El Camino is located. It's in Gardena.
Okay, Gardena, California?
That's right, Gardena, California.
Yes, sir. What was your major there?
I never really had a major back then because I was going to be going. I never had no major. It was just until after I made the book that I just found my calling.
So you accept this calling as a lifetime endeavor, or what?
Pretty much, yes. I did just went into it as soon as I just kind of tapped into what I have. I just basically just like, I thought about it, and I just said, okay, let's do this thing. Let's see how far I can take this idea, and that's what I did.
Oh, that's very good. Very good, Mr. Israel. Just a second there. Ma'am, how are you doing today?
I'm good today. How are you?
All right. What is your name, please?
My name is Kelly.
Did you go to school?
I do. I'm in high school. I'm a senior right now. I actually live in Riverside.
Very good. Do you know Israel?
I don't actually. I'm just now finding out about it and very interesting.
Yes. You think he have a chance as a writer to become famous? Is he very well known or what?
I don't know much about him. I don't know much about the work. But
Would you like to know more about him?
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, how you doing today?
Fine.
What do you know about Mr. Israel Barbary?
I didn't dig it.
What do you know about the writer here?
Oh, he's
Young
a friend of my son.
Oh.
That's where I met it. That's how I met it.
How long have you been knowing him?
Oh, about 3 or 4 years.
You just been knowing Israel 3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
Well, how long did your son know him?
They went to school together.
Oh, okay. So, in other words, you've been knowing him, but not knowing as personal.
That's true.
All his life, just about.
That's right.
Well, where does your contact come with him?
Through my son.
Through your son. So your son and him are classmates.
That's right.
For would you say lifetime or high school or what?
High school.
High school. That's very good. What is your son doing now?
My son's in the
Grandson.
service.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
What particular service is he in?
He's in the Army.
Great, great. Is he a career man or what?
He should be, yes. There's nothing out here for it.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, who are you, please? Can I ask you to give me some information as to who Israel Barbara is?
Oh, Israel Barbara is my son.
Okay. What do you attribute his lifelong reason for writing about? Do you understand why he wants to be a writer?
Well, he said that I asked him once why he wanted to write. He said because I used to write poems and speeches all the time.
You as a...
Yeah.
Is that right? Where are you from, man?
I'm from
You...
Louisiana.
Pardon me?
Louisiana.
I didn't understand. Will you speak up louder?
I am from Louisiana.
What part of Louisiana?
Alexandria, Louisiana.
Okay, that's very good. Did you go to college or school out there?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. You enjoyed school?
Yes, I did.
What was your major, please?
Now, my major,
In school. Major in school.
my major was
Or just general education, I
it
suppose.
was general
Yeah,
education
okay.
at first and first second.
Okay.
I started voice.
Okay. You have any acting career, have acting or whatever? Good. What kind of acting? Classical, drama, or what? Both or what? Thank you. It's been wonderful meeting you, Miss Barbara. Thank you so much. Sir, I know that you know quite a bit about things that you said, but the atmosphere you put him in a very profound situation, and you think that it's gonna escalate into something more prominent and unified than it already has been?
Well, I know this project, it'll take off with the right backing, the right direction. Because right now, I work in animation, and with him just starting off, I'm going to do whatever I can to help him with any parts of marketing, direction, anything, because I believe this is a good book. I mean, everything that's in there is action. You cry, you feel different things that's going on with the character, and you will go on a journey with him as you read. I take my hat off to him.
Well, thank you so much. You've all been very good